My daughter Danelle, 25, had dropped her son off at daycare and went to run errands. As she was on her cell phone, she ran a red light as a cement truck was making a left-hand turn. She was fortunate to receive immediate attention by an off-duty officer and the fire department. I do believe it was that immediate care that helped set the stage for her to become an organ donor.
Engine 21, truck 21, medic 21, vehicle accident, 1 victim, male, non-responsive. Second victim, a female, Lisa Caller, located westbound on Taylor before Shell Street.
Yes, sir.
Many first responders may have experienced a moment like this. After rapid trauma assessment and evaluation, especially in cases of critical head trauma, it can be difficult to ascertain the survivability of victims. Sometimes patient outcomes are not those first responders hope for as they provide care in the field. Non-resuscitated patients cannot become organ donors. This may not be common knowledge among many first responders. Maintaining patient viability with your BLS and/or ALS protocols is essential for possible organ donation. Your life-saving efforts in the field, even if the patient suffers non-survivable injuries, could help save up to 8 other lives through organ donation. Here are some ideal in-the-field care protocols which support successful outcomes for potential donors. IV access, 18 gauge preferred, but any access is better than none. Fluid resuscitation per protocol to maintain adequate perfusion. A mean arterial pressure of greater than 60 is preferred. Adequate oxygenation with bag valve mask or intubation. Intubation is preferred to protect the airway from aspiration. And a legible and complete run sheet. Brain death occurs when trauma to the brain causes a subsequent loss of all blood and oxygen flow to the brain. Common causes of brain death include trauma to the brain caused by such things as a motor vehicle accident, a gunshot wound to the head, or a severe blow to the head. An intracerebral bleed brought on by an aneurysm, head injury, or hypertension. A brain tumor. Anoxia, which is a lack of oxygen to the brain caused by such things as drowning, drug overdose, hanging, heart attack, respiratory disease, or poisoning such as carbon monoxide. Less than 1% of all hospital deaths in the United States annually are eligible to be organ donors. Organ donation requires the potential donor to have intact pulse and blood pressure along with effective perfusion and oxygenation. Aggressive resuscitation efforts are instrumental both in the field and during transport for any successful donation outcome. Once oxygenation and perfusion are stopped, organs begin to die and are no longer viable for transplant. Under federal regulations, when a patient meets certain medical criteria, the hospital must make a referral to the local organ procurement organization, also referred to as an OPO, or sometimes donor services. So what is the medical criteria for donation referrals? All patients who have a severe neurological injury and are on a ventilator regardless of age or diagnosis. Criteria can change slightly across the United States.
Hey Mary, did you put that call out, donor services?
Hey, yeah, good call on your part. Actually, this patient meets screening criteria for organ donation, so.
Yeah, good. A couple weeks ago, we didn't put that early referral call out, so when we finally got around to doing it and they showed up, by that time the patient already crashed. If the families want to donate or the patient's registered and we lose that option, it can be quite traumatic to the family.
Yeah, I heard about that case a couple weeks ago, so awesome call on your part. Actually, looks like the patient's here.
All right.
Organ procurement organizations, OPOs, usually do not approach the family until brain death has been established and the diagnosis has been explained to the family. OPOs also like to give the family a space of time after the confirmation of brain death is given and before the option to donate is broached with the family.
Well, if everybody's in agreement, I'd like to be introduced to Mrs. Johnson.
That should be fun.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson. My name is Jenny Janicelli. I'm from the Organ Procurement Agency. I'm so sorry about what has happened to your husband.
Conversations about donation with the patient's family can take place any time after brain death has been declared and following hospital policy.
I can't believe this is happening. Our family will be here later today, and God, this is happening so fast. We have things to talk about, and I don't know how long they can be here. And then what?
Well, I think I can actually help you with that, because your husband has made his wishes known. I looked him up on the donor registry, and he signed up to be an organ and tissue donor. He can actually help.
Approximately 12 hours are spent on evaluation and medical management to optimize organ function. The next step in our job is to locate recipients for the organs deemed transplantable. The allocation process may take 12 to 24 hours, depending on the number of organs being allocated and their overall function. The organs are allocated using a national database, the United Network for Organ Sharing, which maintains the list of patients in need of life-saving organs. Should the patient become a donor, despite all life-saving efforts, early fluid resuscitation, adequate oxygenation, and airway protection lead to fewer hospital stay complications and more organs transplanted per donor. What's good for the patient is good for the donor, and it really all starts in the field with the ABCs and you, the first responder.